What is up, YouTube? My name is Gabe, and I'm going to be going over top 3 weird supplements for building muscle. Here are my credentials. Nah, I'm just kidding. Don't click off because of that. That was kind of cringe, but I know. No, but I'm a D1 swimmer. I've been lifting for years and years now. I really got into it right before quarantine. That's when it all started. But without further ado, here are my top 3 unconventional um, supplements for building muscle. I'm not gonna say like multivitamin or like fish oil or like creatine. Like, you should take those, and you should probably take those before the supplements I'm gonna be talking about. But everyone says those, like, literally everyone. Every single video I watch is, oh, you take a fish oil. Oh, fish oil is so good for you. Multivitamin, get your vitamins. But like, people like me, we want an extra advantage. So without further ado, I say the first one that I recommend is ashwagandha. This one isn't like completely unconventional, but there's like so many people that I know that are like really into lifting, really want a nice body, but like have never even heard of it and don't take it. Um, Ashwagandha is amazing if you are someone that gets stressed out a lot. Like, if you have like a hard job, if you have a lot of schoolwork, anything that like stresses you out, if you have a girlfriend, then ashwagandha is for you. Because I've like known for a long time that I'm someone that gets stressed out pretty easily. And when you're stressed, I'm sure half of you know this, but when you're stressed, pretty much you release cortisol, and cortisol breaks down muscle. Too much cortisol breaks down muscle. I'm sure there's gonna be doctors typing in the comments like, oh, cortisol is good for you. You need cortisol in the morning to help you wake up, and it regulates your body. Yeah, I know. But too much cortisol breaks down muscle. It's bad for you. What ashwagandha does is it comes in pretty much. I don't know the scientific terms, but it pretty much just lowers your cortisol. Therefore, it the muscle breaking down from cortisol is less. Therefore, you get more gains like these. I personally have been taking ashwagandha for like a year now. I've cycled it like off like once. I don't really think that you need to cycle it. Some people say you do, some people say you don't. But it makes a difference. You just feel like less stressed. You feel more relaxed. Like, after you lift, your body's gonna be in a better position to like recover. So yeah, ashwagandha is great. It also increases testosterone, which is, everyone wants more tests. Like, who doesn't want more tests? Like, obviously testosterone helps you build more muscle, as well as like you're more confident and stuff like that. But yeah, ashwagandha is number one. Number two, this one is kind of unconventional. Is fenugreek. I have fenugreek right here. Just looks like this. I take this. It's a weird supplement, but there's been studies that it increases testosterone and free test by like 43%, which is insane. And if you don't believe me, just look it up. Just look up fenugreek. This is how you spell it. Just look up fenugreek testosterone, and it'll be like, there's like 2 studies on it, and both of them increase test. And they found that it increased androgen receptors, which is, I'm not gonna curse, which is so good for gains, like so good. If you can get your androgen receptors up through supplements, you're gonna make a lot more gains. Like, I think I have a good amount of androgen receptors because my traps and my shoulders they're like the main points of my physique. Like, my back is probably my second strongest behind like traps, shoulders. But that's literally because of the supplements I take. And before people call me unnatty, like, oh bro, your shoulders make you look unnatural. I'm D1, so like we get drug tested. So no, I am natty. No, I'm natty. But yeah, you can read about it, and it's super cheap. It is super cheap. I got, what does this have? This has 150 servings, and I got it for $14.99. And and it works. Like, I mean, the studies say it works, and after I started taking it, I felt great. And that could be placebo, but placebo even works. So, um, number 2, fenugreek. Number 3, this one is also very unconventional. Probably 80% of you have never heard of it. Tonka Ali. I think that's how you pronounce it. Tonka Ali. It's some weird like leaf, sort of like ashwagandha. I don't know the science behind it, but I know it increases your free test and your total test by like 100 to 200 points. There is a amazing full podcast by Andrew Herbert. I want to say he studies the male body and like hormones, all of that. And that's how I learned about Tonka Ali. There's like a short podcast online with Joe Rogan and Andrew, and they go into it. Great supplement. This is the number one I would recommend, honestly, because when I first started taking this, I didn't even notice gains that much, but after the first week, I felt like more of a man. Like it was crazy, and I'm not exaggerating. Like I was more aggressive than ever. I was just ready to go. Like, man, I felt amazing, and like girls, they could like sense the test increase. Maybe it was just that I was more confident, and maybe all this is placebo, but placebo, like I said, works. But Tonka Ali, I take Sigma, and that's how I get my Tonka Ali. Sigma is like a test booster by Gorilla Mind. And I know, guys, I know. Test boosters have terrible reputations, right? I didn't believe in test boosters before I took Sigma. 95% of test boosters are bogus. They do not work. And I agree with that. I know there's people in the comments going to be like, oh, but Gabe, this test booster does not work. It's all fake. It's all corny. Bro, Sigma. Y'all see this? Please take Sigma. It is a life changer. I felt the difference in like a week, and I put my friend on it, and he said he felt it in like a week too. And boys, just trust me. I'm not sponsored by Gorilla Mind, or I have no connections with them. I'm not trying to sell you anything. But if you have an extra like $59, it's not even 59 because there's codes out there you can use. I'm not even going to say a code because then you guys are going to be like, oh, he's trying to make someone money. There's codes out there, they can look it up, like 15% off. I don't have a code. I'm not trying to sell you anything. I just really believe that this works. But yeah, those are my top 3. I'm going to add a bonus one just because why not? Vitamin D3. This vitamin is cracked. As the children say nowadays, this vitamin is cracked, boys. Vitamin D3 taken in like 150% of your daily value, or like 100 to like 150%. You start to release more human growth hormone. At least this is what studies have found. You can look it up. Argue me if you want, but I'm just going off of what studies say. If you increase your vitamin D3 and your vitamin D from sunlight, you're going to release more human growth hormone. Human growth hormone is literally how you get big. Like, if you see like these 13-year-old kids, I'm sure you have on like Sports Center or like those Instagram accounts where they're just fucking like, they're just huge for no reason, like no reason at all. That is literally because of HGH. Obviously, their genetics are good, but genetics also are impacted by HGH. Or your HGH levels are impacted by your genetics. That's what I meant. So these kids, they have like crazy... This is another reason that like babies and teenagers, when they go through puberty, can grow so fast, even though they're not eating like an insane amount of calories because of HGH. Just read about HGH if you've never heard of it. But you will make more gains and you will put on muscle. Your body composition will get better if you increase your HGH levels. I mean, like pro bodybuilders literally take HGH, human growth hormone. That's why if you ever see like a bodybuilder with like a fucking like huge ass stomach, um, that's literally because they've taken too much HGH. So it's proven, it works. Just start taking vitamin D3, and get sunlight. I don't know if you count that as a supplement. Sort of as a supplement, I guess. If you're weird like me, if you're weird like me, then yeah. So D3 and sunlight, those will increase your gains even more. And that's pretty much the video. If you're still watching this to the end, which I'll be really surprised if people are, because I literally just made my channel. But if you are, you're a legend. You're a legend. Just leave some like crazy comment or something if you're still watching, so I know. But yeah, love you guys.